everyone. As we have already started with the third chapter, that is business environment, and we have almost completed with the we have almost finished with the meaning of business environment and the features or characteristics of business environment. So now today we'll be starting with the importance of business environment. Okay, so let me tell you that understanding the business environment is very necessary and very important and plays a vital role in the business field. So the understanding and awareness of business environment is must for every businessman, and if they ignore about the business environment about the business environment may throw the businessman out from the market. So there should be a proper understanding and awareness about the business environment, which brings lots of benefits for the businessmen, and these benefits are as follows. The point number one is it enables the firm to identify opportunities and getting the first mover advantage. And second point is it helps the firm to identify threats and early warning signals. And the third one is it helps in tapping useful resources. And the fourth one is it helps in coping with rapid changes. And the fifth is it helps in assisting in planning and policy formulation. And the last one is it helps in improving performance. So let us go in details. Look at the point number one. It enables the firm to identify opportunities and getting the first move advantage. Means it helps the businessman to understand and scan the opportunities of business environment at early stages as they get the maximum benefit of the, or they can capture a big share in the market, so they can go much ahead of the competitors. Okay, for example, you can say that let me give you one example. Okay, mm, okay, WhatsApp was the first application for mobile chat, as everyone um, they know about it very clearly, and then later on many other applications came. Still WhatsApp is number one in mobile chat. So that is how it enables the firm to identify opportunities and get the maximum benefit. Okay, and look at the point number two. It helps the firm to identify threats and early warning signals. Means the businessmen who are like able to scan and understand the business environment on time gets a warning signal to deal with the negative policies of business environment. Okay, so timely scanning of business environment and the qualitative information which businessman gets is taken as warning signal, and changes in the companies are made. For example, uh, on scanning the business environment, the Maruti Udyog company got the qualitative information that more foreign cars are cars manufacturing companies are going to set up their business in India. So the Maruti, they took it as a warning signal and started increasing the production capacity. So the Maruti company accepted the entry of foreign cars companies as warning signal and increased their production to supply the cars without any waiting period to compete with the new companies. Okay, and the third one is it helps in tapping useful resources. So how do they help in tapping useful resources is that, see, okay, like businessmen, what they do is to supply the good to the market according to the demand in the market, to like to supply output, like to supply the finished goods. What they need is they to get a finished product they need a raw materials, right? So to get a raw materials and other resources, keeping in mind the output demanded in the environment. uh, for example, let's say, with the demand of LED or 3D TVs, manufacturing or the manufacturers are collecting excuse me, okay, excuse me, uh, like for example, with the demand of LED 3D TVs, manufacturers are collecting resources necessary to manufacture LED or the 3D TVs. So rather than collecting resources of black and white TVs or flat TVs, etc., they use the scanning report as input to make changes in the output which suits the taste of the present day customers. Okay, so it helps in tapping useful resources, because like business enterprise, what they do is they assemble various resources, they make it in a systematic manner, so such as finance, the machines, the raw materials, power, water, labor, etc. The organization have to make policies so that it get the resources that it need to convert it into a finished desired product by environment, and this can be done only by understanding what environment has to offer. Okay, and the fourth point is it helps in coping with rapid changes. So as you know it very well that today's changes are taking place very fast, and these changes have great impact on businesses. So it is essential to understand these changes as early as possible, because the business environment scanning helps the companies to scan and understand these changes with environment scanning. So businessmen, what they do is they make changes in their internal environment also to match the external environment. So environment scanning helps in coping with the rapid changes. For example, let me give you, so like due to increased competition, customers they become more demanding. Okay, and it has become essential for business enterprise also uh, uh, to react, adapt rapidly change by technological environment. Okay, and the fifth one is it helps in assisting in planning and policy formulation. Okay, so the major plans and policies in the organization are formed keeping in mind business environment, because the policies have to be implemented in the presence of business environmental factors. So this must be made in keeping in mind the environmental factors. Scanning of environmental factors helps in finding like uh, finding the opportunities of business which can be made to grab these as an opportunities. Like for example, on scanning the uh, Indian business environment, we find there is a great scope of tourism. Okay, so if we find there is a great scope in tourism, so uh, industry in our country, so the businessmen are planning to grab these opportunities. Various hotels or private or public sector or ITC group are making new plans for tourists. So there is a separate travel segment set up, and separate leisures and fun segments is set up to get the benefits of upcoming tourist industries. Okay, now the sorry, now the last one is it helps in improving performance. Okay, so like with continuous scanning of business environment, companies can easily improve their performance. So by making changes in the internal environment matching to external environment, organization can prosper and improve their market shares. Okay, so with this we are completing with the importance of business environment, and now tomorrow I will be discussing on dimension of business environment. Okay, so under dimension of business environment, we will study about the economic environment, social environment, technological environment, political environment, and the legal environment. The five environments, the five dimension of business environment. So I want it's there in your book, so I just want you to read those dimensions and try and understand it. Okay, so I'll be explaining you in a short while or maybe tomorrow. Okay, so I hope you all are understanding, and if not, then please do let me know without any hesitations, because I have not received any feedback on the explanations which I've already delivered it to you all earlier. So please do let me know without any hesitation. Okay, thank you.